Welcome. 2023, State of the Union, Access Capital. It's your boy Jay, aka the Yoda Knows, along with my partner in crime. And we here. We made it. End of the year. 12 months.
12 months
of straight grind.
10 toes down, head down, chest up, chin high.
So, let's recap, man.
Okay, get closer. All right. I was just informed by the media. Negro, get closer. He didn't really say Negro, but he wanted to. So, we here, another year, 2022. It's about to be in the books. And he texted me to get closer. It's about to be in the books. And we got some stuff we want to talk about. We're not gonna keep you long.
So as we come to this end of 2022, all year long we've been pushing coming from COVID and everything else. This last year we've been really pushing the line, trying to stay innovative in what we do, kind of coming out from behind the scenes, because we always been low key, quality over quantity, I guess you could say. But in 2023, that's going to be a little different. Looking at the landscape, interacting with clientele, being in different groups, being in different, social media and everything else. There's been a lot of misunderstanding, hype, all that type of stuff like that. And we want to correct that. We really want to help the people, especially people in the entrepreneur space that's really trying to grow and deviate from chasing as opposed to implementing some quality business practices. And that's pretty much where we at with it. And to start off that, we want to dig right into exactly what Access Capital is and what Access Capital does for those who don't know. So we're going to go through these little slides right quick, kind of introduce ourselves.
Now let's introduce ourselves.
My name is So let's get to it. All right. Can y'all see the screen now?
I can see Jay in the lower thirds.
Oh, I know what it is.
But
I'm mirroring in the other room.
I see the slide in the middle.
Yeah.
It's on the TV.
Don't worry about it.
Soon we'll have a whole production right there, right, Jay?
One of these days.
Nothing's on the screen now. Excuse me.
I'm still trying to trip off what's going on.
One day we'll have no technical issues. Yeah. One day we got the video we got the videographer down and you. We just need the first and second AD. We need craft service. We need the grip. You know, we're gonna have all that eventually. We're gonna have a full-fledged studio. Watch. Tap in.
Yeah.
All right, we didn't have that Filipino VA didn't show up.
All right, here we go, y'all. Just a little bit of moving around. All right, so back on track. Give you a brief history of Access Capital and how we got here. We started this in 2017,
It was all a dream.
and our whole intent was to fill a gap in what we saw at that time. And since 2017, that's exactly what we've been living up to. That's been our creed. That's been our motto. We did that all organic. We didn't have a whole lot of, social media, big events, none of that type of stuff like that. We was just in the trenches, helping the people who needed help.
From the mud.
And along that thing, as we slide into number two, is our services. And what we like to call ourselves is an incubator. And that incubator is basically when you come into our circle, we try to provide you every single thing that you need as an entrepreneur. So we are not just a single item. We're not just a single service. We're not just single in guidance. Our experience over years between the both of us is 30 plus. We streamlined all those experiences, all those services that complement one another, and we brought them all together so that when you come in, we try to fill every single gap that we know as entrepreneurs that other entrepreneurs face. Um,
Mindset behind that, real quick. I'm gonna
mhm.
just add to that. We didn't realize what we were doing through this journey. We've been on this who not how process. Great book, Dan Sullivan. Shout out. Real quick, who not how philosophy. It's no longer you trying to figure out how to do more things, but who can help you do it, who can help you build. And we were a who for the longest for a lot of people with all of our services. But just like any business that's trying to grow and scale and sustain, we understood we needed some who's, and you'll understand who those who's are as we go through this. But just to add to that, it's a real big who, not how of I can't say this word, psychology. I want to say philosophically, make up a word.
And of course,
Ooh,
you
look at that
guys
boy
just
right
met us.
there.
Them boys sharp.
Always shiny. Damn, where's makeup? Makeup.
And I kind of just gave you the outline of where we came from, where we started from, um, experiences and everything else. So let's get to our services. At the entry point, we do incorporation services, which which means anything all 50 states, from registered agents to incorporations, foreign filings, anything related to establishing an entity, we got that covered.
Business credit. It's more than just vendors. It's actual business credit. Building it out under the EIN, helping you establish that presence with the banks that we have relationships with.
Business and personal funding. So whether you don't have a business yet, but your personal credit is straight and you need a little bit of personal funding, so we can segue you into the business side of funding, that's what we do. But the thing that's unique about us is we are a COI to about 8 of the top 10 banks in the nation.
COI means what? Center of
COI
influence.
is, say one more time for us.
Center of influence.
So that
Meaning we
means,
got influence.
exactly. So in circumstances where people just fill out an application, throw it at a bank, hope they get an answer back and they like what that answer is, that's one way to do funding, without a doubt. But let's say you submitted that application, underwriter saw it, and something didn't check out between the owners, the establishing date, or anything of the sort, addresses mismatching, and you got denied, and you didn't know why you got denied, even though you had good credit and everything else. The relationships that we have, we can find out why you got denied. We can get it rectified, and we can get that approval done. That's just one instance of where the influence that we have at these institutions come in handy. So let's clarify something. It's the difference between a contact
And a
and a
plug.
plug.
All right.
We have contacts. Don't come hitting us up talking about, do we got
I
the
thought
plug?
you had the plug. No. You have a contact, which is a viable resource. They are a who for us in this space.
And then the fourth is real estate. Everybody talks about real estate investing, want to invest in real estate. We have sources to help you start and break down the myths of what it takes to start investing in real estate. We have a bunch of different programs, non-traditional mostly, because non-traditional is what will get you in the door. Not saying that traditional won't, but when you talk about investing, you talk about fixing and flipping, you talk about bridges, you talk about construction loan. We have
Non-QM,
non-QM products,
which is a non-qualifying mortgage for you investors, like doc, no doc, It's off the structure of the deal. No tax returns type of scenarios. Hard to prove income. Those type of scenarios.
Indeed. So now let's talk about this launch. 2023, we coming to disrupt something, putting everybody on notice.
Kick in the door, waving the
I'm gonna
both
say that
doors.
again. We are kicking in the door, 2023, putting the whole industry on notice. We done sat in the back. We done watched. We done seen all the tricks. We done seen all the magicians.
All the shiny
We done
objects.
seen the Saudi objects. Everybody done had their fun. Everybody done screamed from the mountaintop. Now you got to come back down. And we coming. The industry is going on notice. So let's break down how we coming.
Oh, the acres and the mule.
The first one is AXS Technologies. AXS Technologies is the foundation of how we are going to do funding at scale. I don't care who you are in this space and who you don't talk to in this space. When they talk about doing funding, nobody's doing funding at scale. People are running to the same Navy Fed, a couple other credit unions, whatever's hot at the moment. And if you're doing funding on a consistent basis, you're not doing it at scale because it's damn near impossible to do it at scale. Because bank changes their regulations, credit cards change their policies, all the time. What's work today don't work tomorrow. You got to find something new to work. When this stopped working, it's been like that for decades, always changing. And if you're not, when your hands is on the pulse and you know when these things happen, whatever trick you running at this time or whatever move you run this time, a month later it died. When it died, your funding died. Your funding pipeline died.
So essentially, it's technology, it's software that's going to help automate and push the envelope in that space.
He was being nice when he said that. It's more than just automation. It's AI that will take a client, take his information, read through his credit report, his credit scores, his DTI, his balances, everything about him, and match him to banks all the way across the nation that fit his criteria or her criteria. And then go and apply on their behalf in real time. So if they qualify for Amex, Bank of America, Citibank, and Chase, it will go to those sites, fill out the application for them, put in the information that optimizes the chances of approval, and do it for you in real time and just send you notifications that's telling you approved, need more information, approve, decline. That's step one. 2 days later, after those go through, it will go reanalyze a second wave of credit cards or personal loans that are business loans or business credit cards that match that profile again against time in business, EIN, established credit, non-established credit, all of that. Pick out 5 optimized choices with the highest probability of getting approved and go apply on your behalf in real time within 30 seconds like this.
You say probability?
Probability. Highest probability. So we're not just talking about automation. We're talking about smart technology.
And y'all just stay tapped in. Y'all gonna see. Don't go too much.
No, okay, all right.
People got short attention spans.
And that's gonna run under the brand Cred Stacker.
With that access media like us.
And as I said before, we are a one-stop shop. My first love has always been graphic and web design.
He lying his tacos.
And tacos. So, in addition to what we already do, we expanding out AXS Media. AXS Media is going to be the branding source for your business, your product, or your service.
And if you've been following us on social media platforms, you see the results. If you ain't, tap in now.
So when you set up that LLC and you need that website, that logo, that video content, that marketing,
That Instagram
here we
growth,
come. That you need them followers.
not from Bangkok, China.
You need your YouTube monetized. Here we come in real time. The third thing, I'm sorry, this is the fourth.
Talk heavy media.
Talk heavy media. Now, this one is near and dear to my heart too, because this is not just about us. This is an extension of us, but it's not about us. Probably about 2013, somewhere up in there, I attempted to build this same thing. I didn't fail at it. I was just with the wrong people when I was doing it. Right? But we're gonna revamp that. So a couple months ago, we started this one already in 2022, but we're gonna turn it up in 2023. And in 2023, the networks that we are in and the circles that we are in, and people that wanted to have a podcast or establish a podcast, not only ourselves in that mix, but this is an extension of us, like I said. And this channel is dedicated to those individuals who wanted to start a podcast, don't know how to do it, where we're going to produce it. All you got to do is just be yourself and record it. And then when you get to a point where you feel like you got it and you want to grow and you want to do it yourself, by all means. But we're going to provide that platform and that structure for you to do your thing. And the reason is because we believe in collaboration over competition. So our mantra for 2023 is JV23. So as you see in the center,
Show shot.
we are the core. And inside of that core, the nucleus, everything that is stand from us benefits everybody else. So if you have a product, service, whatever, and you about your business and you doing your thing, and you could bring that thing in and we can put what we have with it and we can JV together and grow together, hey, tap in.
Tap in before we tap
The
out.
door is open. The door is wide open. Like I said, we the center influence for all those banks that you see on there.
Just a few.
We have a business to business phone service that's ClickOver, that we about to revamp that thing into something else. We're gonna get to that in a second. 3365 is the other thing that we've been had in our pocket that we're gonna bring out 2023, which is our B2B marketplace, which is basically your Quill, Granger, all those companies you want to go get net 30s from. It's all in house. Of course, our merch. Y'all go check that out, AXS merch, because we coming with a whole new line underneath there too.
Go on, cop something.
Go on, cop something. And that little box down at the bottom, that's kind of subtly down at the bottom, that says SBFE.
Small
business financial
exchange.
See, when we talk about building business credit, that little name right there is a core key.
That little name
to getting them high approvals. And we just so happen to be a data furnisher that reports to SBFE. So the services,
mic drop
right
there.
So the service you see and the ones we just announced to you, when you come on board with those services, whether it's the media company and you get media products or whatever, when you buy that service, we're going to stretch it to where a portion of it is on a as a payment plan, and we're going to report those things on your business to help you build up your business credit. Ain't nobody. I'm telling you, I'm coming to. I'm the San Andreas. We the San Andreas. We coming to shake it up.
I hear them cheering. I hear them screaming. They screaming like I'm Usher. Watch this. Watch this.
So this is just a snapshot of the company as it sits. Because in the next steady union going into 2024, I'm gonna do another snapshot of this, and I want that 10K followers to be a million.
Ooh,
I want that 10K followers to be a million. I'm speaking it into existence right now. So y'all make sure y'all
manifestation.
follow all of them hashtags and at signs because it's going down. Now this next portion, because at the end of the day, we've been doing it just me and my road dog over here for the longest, and we always said we wanted to, build a team and collaborate with dope people and build something that you can go home and sleep good at night about. And we always had our what's a good word for it? Hesitations,
Yeah,
traumas.
traumas just, you know, being able to vibrate with the right people. I mean, we've had people we've brought on that we thought and felt had the resources that was a who for us at the time, but low key was either jealous, had their own traumas, couldn't understand how we work in such harmony or synchronicity because that has to be there, and just didn't work out. So then we're back to square one or square one and two, just me and him. So in order to scale any company, in order to scale and sustain and not shoulder everything and spread the responsibilities, you need key players. You need people in strategic places. You need more who's that can help build, carry that weight, perform at the specialty or the superpower that they bring to the table. And that's what we've been focused on this last year and going into 2023.
So let's 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 get to this right here.
Let's get to the money. 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 Let's get. Is
So
it hot?
so this year we Mark met this dude. I'm gonna let Mark tell how he met him.
What I mean? Oh, all right.
And they
So,
ran into a couple, they ran into each other multiple times at events and stuff because we were part of different organizations and stuff. And they was out on different outings, and Mark was peeping him, and they got to talking. And I'm gonna let him finish telling the story.
um, damn, Chris, I don't even remember how I met you.
It ain't him.
Oh, man, it's my ninja that makes me look good on camera. So, bet I this dude right here, this dude right here. So, I'm in a group called EO. Our company's in an entrepreneurs organization, and we were at a Inc. 5000 event. He's been at other events, but I really didn't pay attention to him. Don't take it personal. But this particular event, he had the camera all in my face. Like he was, I'm like, who is this ninja? Just, flicking away, catching me in my element, out there doing my thing on the red carpet. But anyway, we got to talking. He asked me what it is that I did, what company did I have. That was, my qualifying company is what we call it in EO. And I told him what I did, and he was like, "Man, I definitely need to connect with you to understand how to take my business to the next level, to keep it more structured, to get more capital, to get more equipment." And this cat, um, high quality, self-taught, driven, very ambitious, team player, creative. When I say creative, like it was a piece that we was missing. A lot of us hate shooting content, right? We hate doing this and trying to edit, and at least some of us do. At least I did. I didn't find it very fun to do or felt like I was good at it. So he was able to come in and just like direct. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Figure this out. All right, you're gonna do this. And that's what we need a lot of times in business. Let us do what we do, and we bring people in to tell us what to do, and then we just execute. So this cat right here is none other than my man J Video Cartel.
Hey, what's up, guys? Damn, that was really cool. Cool little intro. Cool little
He
intro.
let
Yeah.
so now we spoke on Access Media. So when Jay
Yes.
came in for the purpose of shooting our content, that relationship grew into Access Media,
A partnership.
Mhm.
Yes.
a partnership, JV23. So when we say that JV23, we're not talking it to make it sound cute or just some slogan or whatever. Like it's actual actions and energy behind that. And ever since we started, bro been killing it. Not to say he wasn't killing it before, but it was just a mutual relationship that's about to grow into something way bigger than neither one of us even thought of. So Jay, you got the floor, man.
Talk to us. Talk
Talk
to us.
to us.
Talk to me.
So
Talk to me. Talk
Talk
to
to the
me.
family, I should say.
yeah. So I think what I wanted to bring to the table, what I wanted to bring of value to Access Media or Access Capital in creating this Access Media is just the partnership, the strategic partnership that we can bring in Access Capital along with my expertise. Um, what we can do for others. Mark, you touched on this is bringing value to the client. And I always hear you talking about this. Well, I think us together create a powerhouse. My expertise, your expertise. So you guys know everything, and then just offering our, my expertise behind the camera, and I think that's what we're trying to build here with Access Media is to just to bring value to the audience and you know our clients together.
That's what's up.
Absolutely. Because what a lot of us have learned through these last years, everyone is here. Everyone is looking on these phones, and the better you look and show up um, for your brand, your business, and if you guys have been following us, and if you haven't, you need to at our handles, mark.monetize me, and at the Yoda Knows, and Jay at the Video Cartel. That's super important because people want to, they want to know you, they want to see you, they want to like you, you want to show up as that expertise. Um, you want to, you want to present yourself right and look good doing it. And he's been able to help us, sharpen those areas, content creation, creativity, getting our bloopers, getting our mess ups, our screw ups, all that stuff. It's a process. When y'all see the final cut of it, we probably done did it 3 or 4 times, honestly, but that's just part of it. So being able to have somebody on our team to do that and facilitate that is awesome. And we want other people, clients that we help get capital, get funding, start that business, grow that business, build that brand as well with our resources through Access Media. So absolutely, man. We glad to have him on the team.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
Now, here's the extension of that though, because he's not just available for us, he's available to everybody else too. We're gonna have packages where bro will come out to you wherever you at within the US once a month
Or
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 twice
Cuba. I'm going to Cuba with him. I'm definitely
or
going to Cuba.
or or twice a month and stay with you for almost, a whole day and shoot a bunch of content for you, schedule that content out for you, edit it, and everything else.
And we'll finance it. Boom.
And that part. So it's not just us us thing, it's a family thing. So when you're in the family, it's there.
All right, who we got next? Who we got next?
Now, this young dude,
I think I met this dude first too. Did I?
no,
Chris?
which one?
Both of them.
No, I'm talking about the young one.
Oh yeah, I met him first too.
You sure? Or was it at
Yeah.
the same time on the call?
Actually, it was the same time on the call. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So this young dude
Mm.
came by us about a few months ago. And one thing about me, right? I'm the old dog, so I like the young dudes, especially when they own their
I
stuff,
think that nigga old too.
when they motivated, they trying to get it. The young man way, and you can step in and say, hey, you know, do it a little different this way or do a little different that way. And you see them take off, I'm all for that. I'm not one of them ones that be like, oh, you young dudes. No, I mess with the young dudes. So he came through us through another young dude. And we talked, and you know, he gave us his background, he gave us his pitch. And then when we hit him with what we had, he doubled back. And when he doubled back, he was like, look, man, I'm trying to rock with this.
I wanna rock with you.
He was like, this is what I, you know, basically like, this is what I've been looking for. The other situation I was in, that ain't quite what I want to be in. What could I bring? And it wasn't, you know, a situation where he was asking for anything. He just wanted a shot. He was just like, I just, you know, man, I'll bring my sweat equity, whatever the case may be. Man, let's go. And we was like, all right, let's go.
And if you don't know, he has one of the largest streaming what was that,
Yeah.
YouTube
What was it, an Instagram post? No, podcast.
podcast
Yeah, it was a podcast.
scenarios or series, like a couple million views,
Something like that.
something like that.
But I'm gonna let him tell the
Yeah, we're
story.
gonna let him tell it.
Mr.
Hey everybody,
Walter,
I'm Chris.
aka Chris.
So the Walter thing comes from like
Live from Miami.
I live in Miami now, but the Walter joke comes from my first name, but I'm named after my dad, my dad's dad. So like to avoid confusion, and called my middle name my entire life. But to go into the story that they were talking about, I graduated college, you know, double degree, thinking that was the traditional route that I need to go in, not knowing any better, just going about what everybody told me to do. Read Rich Dad Poor Dad, saved up all my money, and bought like my first apartment building 6 months out of college, and just thinking that was the way to go. But what I didn't realize at the time is that your velocity of money is too slow when you put it into buying old real estate. That's that you buy real estate when you've already amassed, you know, a good amount of cash flow through an active income model or business. So I made that decision once I figured that out to, you know, sell my real estate and go all in on building businesses so I can start building that cash flow, and then I'll, you know, invest money into real estate and things like that. And that's kind of when I started like my full-time entrepreneurial journey. Because I don't really consider just being, you know, a buy and hold real estate investor doing small fixes, you know, a full-time entrepreneur. But when I found Mark and Jay, I was presented with an opportunity because of some of the, I guess, clout that I got from the podcast that I was on. One of the first podcasts I was on was Rich and Unemployed, which I talked about my real estate journey and some of the business acquisition things that I learned and some of like my ideas and ventures and routes that I wanted to go through, you know, going throughout my life and kind of like where I saw my future to be. So it's mostly theoretical, but the concepts and the knowledge that I had was real, and I just hadn't had the time to apply it yet. So a lot of people resonated with some information I shared, and I was rambling on for an entire hour, literally an entire hour of me just rambling on about my life and going and just talking. And the person that owns the podcast ended up like making a small snippet out of it. It's like a 50-second clip and just sending it to me one day and say, hey, I'm about to upload this. And okay, cool. You know, I get content to my media page, not just YouTube. Cool. He puts it up, and he's a very nonchalant guy. Within 10 minutes, he calls me back and said, yo, it's blowing up. And for me at the time, I had like 5,000 Instagram followers. And I think blowing up, like a few hundred likes, you know. I log into my Instagram and I got like 1,000 new followers, and it's already at like 30,000 views in like 20 to 30 minutes. It's blowing up. And then I didn't even have a TikTok at the time. TikTok was even doing even more. It's like 70,000 views, like very, very quickly. So I made the account and tagged me and things like that. And that's when I found out for someone to be sitting in front of a camera and just speaking information to go that viral collectively across all platforms. Right now, it's about 8 million views collectively. It could be more because not everybody tagged me in the video. My name isn't watermarked in the video either. So it's a lot of different places that I'm not aware of. But from the place I'm aware of is around 8 million views collectively. But just seeing that I was able to get that much traction from me just sitting in front of a camera, not doing anything showy, not doing a flip, not beating anybody up, not doing anything that captures attention, because most people on social media want to, their attention captured. That really showed me the power of, my ability to articulate and the power of my voice and the power of my story. So that's kind of when I saw the avenue that I need to go in, is helping people and also education. And when I met Mark and Jay, I saw that there's a lot of entrepreneurs out here that are only in it for money and only for hustling and things like that. But I saw that they cared about the people that they represented, and their business models helped people and generated money. So if I can make both of those happen at the same time, it was a double win. And I didn't have much of a parental figure and things like that growing up. And it seemed like joining the family, or joining the company, was joining a family. So it seemed like something that I really wanted to be a part of. And after joining and coming in, all of the vibes I was getting at the beginning came true, and we've been building something ever since. And I'm excited for you guys to see it, see it to fruition and see all the other things that they have in store. And I'm just happy to be here.
So let's dive into that, because see, I left that off the slide on purpose, because I wanted you to break that and announce exactly what that is, because I left it off the slide on purpose. I didn't elaborate on it. I wanted you to elaborate on it.
So the business concept that we all came up with collectively is called Insta Launch. When I went through the first steps of making my LLC the first time, I didn't go through a legal Zoom, because I saw that people were saying this just, you're paying people money to do something simple. I went and filed my LLC. Then I had to go to a different website to try to find a business phone number, go through all that stuff. Then I had to go to a different website to find a domain. Then I had to go to a different website to get my email. Then I had to go to a different website to get my virtual email. At this point, I mentioned my credit card information 5 to 6 times. I went to 5 different signups. I got 5 different emails. It's all these headaches of steps. My business model that I go into are all about simplification, giving people their time back, making things simple. So when I thought of the idea of, not of course myself, but within the business formation space, we all collectively saw an opportunity to make a platform that people can go to and enter their information one time and get everything you need, from business formation all the way to business credit, that phone number, that virtual address, that domain, that email, all this with one sign up form and entering your credit card one time. It's all done for you. So you could theoretically have a business created with business credit, being established on the back end within a couple of minutes through one source. So we saw that as, somewhat of a blue ocean strategy that none of our even close competitors thought of doing. And we saw that as an easy way to help simplify the process, because a lot of people don't have that technical acumen to go and find all these sources and do all these things. So if we're able to deliver that in a palatable solution, that's when we found that we could make the greatest impact and help the most amount of people become financially free, because that's the biggest barrier of entry right there, is helping people start that business, helping people get that business credit. So if we can do that one source, I can go to my uncle that's 40 years old and give him the website link. He can do that. I can go to my grandmother, theoretically, she can teach her how to get to the website, and she can put in the names that she wants. So if you're being able to deliver that palatable solution to everybody, that's why we made Insta Launch.
Chris G, y'all.
Part of the team.
Glad to
Happy
have
to be
you
here.
aboard, man. Glad to have you aboard, man. We gonna crush something. Now,
For sure. Thank you.
You welcome, man. Now look here. It's fit to be shits and giggles now.
This other dude,
This dude here.
this other veteran, like literally
This
a
dude
veteran
here. This dude
of the
here, man.
United States
I don't
of
even know
America.
I don't even know where to start with this dude. This just fit to be shits and giggles right here. I don't even know where to start with this dude.
So we in different groups, the network. Obviously, I met a lot of people through Recession Proof. Shout out Marcus Barney, give him his flowers, and met this cat up north in Sac. I think, did I even meet Chris in person first? I don't even know, but nonetheless, we met through an organization of other entrepreneurs in various stages. Trying to learn this, build this, make money from this. And right out the gate, he just gravitated to us conversation wise, wanting to, engage with us, do different things with us. And like literally, like, you don't find too many people that, like I said, like me and Jay, that there's synchronicity, there's harmony, there's collaboration over competition. Um, and so, those conversations create compensation. And so we started to, get compensated and started, making money and breaking bread through various things that we were doing. So this dude has always operated at a high level, family oriented, driven, goal oriented, focused, and just, has a story in and of itself behind him. And at this point, he's been kind of like knocking at the door.
Yeah.
Yo, put me in, coach.
literally sleeping out front of the office. Like,
yo,
like
what else I gotta do? What else I gotta do to prove myself?
we got an open door policy over here, right? We call it, pull up. You ain't gotta call. You don't have to give us no heads up. If you here and you want to, talk about something, need something, whatever, and you local, man, just pull up. If you come from out of town or something, man, all you gotta do is pull up. Bro, pull up is ridiculous.
All the time.
Like,
what y'all doing?
bro,
I came to the office,
bro,
but nobody there.
don't touch down out here without pulling up. And I'm not saying that as a negative thing, because we love him. I love him to death.
Like, nigga, call first.
But he will pull up with blanket, pillow, all of that, right? And he been rocking with us even before this part right here that I'm about to announce, right? He been rocking with us, whether that's on some joint venture stuff, some investment stuff, collabing on stuff, building something, and I mean on some just being a part with us, right? Like it was never about one thing that I dug. It was never about no money. It was always about how can we collectively, help the people or whatever. It was never about the money. And that always stood out. So just recently, when we was talking about doing something, he wanted in, and he was about to cry because he thought somebody else was going. He was
cry.
He was about to cry because he thought somebody else was going to take the seat. But in doing that, right, he showed me a side of him, right, as far as when I say intent on what he wanted to do and what he wanted to be a part of. And mind you, we are real guarded about coming in all the way in our circle like that. Like, we are definitely guarded. You can call it past traumas, whatever the case may be, but we are definitely well guarded. This dude broke all them guards down. And he is now a partner. He was our brother first. He's definitely family now.
First he was just partner.
Yeah, first he was just partner with an A. You know what I mean? He was just partner with an A at first. Now he's a partner. So he has both names now. I welcome you guys, the third part of AXS Capital now, Mr. Chris Colbert. Mr. Rich Before 50.
Hey, I'm in the background like, man, I can't wait to get on here. No, man. So I truly appreciate the kind words. It's definitely never been about money, man. So there's a quote I looked up before I got on. It says, to find the right person, you must first be the right person. And so our interactions actually started via text message, via Telegram, right? Mm-hmm. And most of my communication was trying to create an environment where I already see y'all had that synchronicity within you guys' unit as AXS Capital. I said, look, they're working together. They're about helping the people. And so any institution, any organization, any fraternity I was ever a part of, and I'm still a part of my fraternity, but it always has a core principle. The core principle is being able to provide and do things for others. And when I saw that out of y'all company, I said, this is something I align with. And so for the most part, just like you said, man, I'm knocking at the door. I'm trying to be present at everything that's moving AXS Capital. Of course, we got Rich Before 50, and that's not going to change.
And it shouldn't.
Will change, as it should. The thing about it is, for everybody that's on the call listening in, is when you find the right people to surround yourself with, how much impact you can do for others. You imagine what you're doing by yourself. Just imagine it. If you're doing a lot for others by yourself, but when you have more people involved that are on the same wavelength, they care about self, they care about family, they care about you know, helping those that need help, that want to help themselves though. So I'm happy to be on board. I appreciate the opportunity. And if y'all really think about it, like Jay didn't tell y'all, right? Before I asked Jay for something from me, because I hit him, I call him all the time, or even Mark too. Before I asked for anything, before I asked for anything, because I knew I needed something, before I asked for anything, what did I do, Jay?
You gave.
Hey, let me open this pocket out. You know what I mean? What you need? What you
Yeah,
need?
facts.
Yeah. With no hesitation at that.
Yeah,
Nope. Didn't care about the price.
we was
Your price was whatever your price was.
Yeah, facts.
we was engaged in 5-figure transactions and hadn't even met each other like physically.
Nope.
So
Yeah.
So as
yeah,
you guys can see, this is the squad. This is the family. This is the core. Y'all are literally looking at Access 2023 hit squad.
and it's a few behind the scene people. We brought on and will continue to grow as we grow. Um, because at the end of the day, it's no longer us trying to shoulder everything. We're spreading it out so we can do more with more. Um,
Now, even with this hit squad, and this is a cold hit squad y'all looking at. Um, I cannot go without saying this though. There's a family outside of this, and I gotta run them down. That's everybody in the situation room
and everybody in the
and
network.
everybody in the network. Because at the end of the day, iron still sharpen iron, right? And although those people in the situation room who we help day in and day out, without them, there is no us. In the network, that core of family and over the couple years, what's been built there, the relationships and everything else, there's no price on that.
Yeah.
And we cannot go without acknowledging those two groups, period.
So shout out network, situation room, stand up, most deaf.
Now, even in saying that group, there is other people outside of that that we have relationships with that we refer business over to. We interact with these individuals on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. One of them, we can start from the banks. Drew,
Shout out Andrew Rashal, U.S. Bank
U.S. Bank,
VP, business banker.
Juan,
Juan Baraga, VP, business banker. Gloria Ortega, business banker. Um, your man that Rich Turner's on to has helped out. Adrian, Chase, who else?
first,
Um,
first,
Paul Vega,
yeah,
First Citizens National. Um, Shirley at PNC VP, South San Diego County. Who else? Who else?
we got to shoot out Thrive, Brandon and
Thrive,
Deontay.
Deontay. Um,
I need them IULs. Go holler at bro and them.
yep.
Tori,
Tori, Tori Porter. Who else?
uh, I should have wrote all this down. I'm bad at because I already know I'm bad with names. I
Off
should have
the
wrote all this
dome,
shit
like you
down.
getting an award or something.
Right. Um,
Who else? Who else? Who
all
else?
our clients
Yeah,
that
all our clients. God damn.
all our clients,
All the clients.
all the clients. Um,
And all our future clients, all the ones that know that the impact that we have, um, and understanding that we are here to solve a problem, fill a gap, and help with those blind spots because we all have them. Trust me, we all have them, and it takes other people to point them out and help you navigate those blind spots, and that's what we're here for. That's what we want to continue to do. So all our future clients, all our past clients, anybody that has come through us, that has gotten any type of funding that has helped their business change their situation or the trajectory of their business, we appreciate it. And we want to continue to have that impact and do so even more so in 2023.
And whoever we didn't name is not on purpose.
Mama.
Whoever we didn't name, it is not on purpose. I swear to God, it was not on purpose.
What else? What else?
I don't know. I was gonna open it up for Q&A, but being that we on YouTube and everything else, man, I don't know how that would actually end up working out.
I don't know. We're about almost 3 minutes to an hour. That's about
Yeah,
the attention span of most Americans.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
Well, we can't forget we did a thing, right? You know,
we did do a thing.
we did do a thing. You know, it real quick. It started with a conversation. It started with a book that I was reading by Ronan Frazier, and it started with conversations with my man, and I was having with Chris about buying a business and scaling and learning. And I was manifesting just being in a conversation of what we did. I just wanted to talk about how to buy a business, and the universe and God and everything else started aligning, and we did a thing. We bought a business. And so that's going to be a big part of what we do in the movement in 2023 with AXS Capital. And Chris has a big hand in that. So shout out to my man for believing in the vision and what we put forward and what we trying to do, man. So definitely we did a thing.
First one, check.
So
Bucket list, check.
2023.
Partner, my partner.
2023. Jordan year. Shoot your shot.
So y'all know what it is now. Y'all know where to come get the sauce from.
I know what this is.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all make sure y'all follow us. Tap into our Instagrams. We're using it on there more than anything else because 2023 is definitely about to go down. Because you finna see a whole bunch of my faces, all of them.
And you're going to keep seeing me, you know.
But we appreciate y'all. Most definitely.
And everybody else. So appreciate everybody spending this hour with us on this Friday, closing out the year 2022. Appreciate you.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. Y'all can go back and watch it. Make sure y'all get y'all flowers if y'all didn't hear y'all flowers being thrown out there. It'll be up on both our podcast channel, Inside Access and Talk Heavy Media. If you follow us on Facebook too, it's in there, even though we don't be on Facebook like that. But definitely it'll be on Talk Heavy Media and Inside Access for sure. And we probably gonna clip it out and throw some of it up on Instagram. But at the end of the day, man, JV23 is going down.
Peace.
Peace out.